It's the most wonderful time of the year. Not yet, we still have Thanksgiving. And really, if you work in retail, I'm sorry. There's early Black Friday sales, and then there's the regular Black Friday sale, which lasts a week or 2 weeks now, just overshadowing Thanksgiving. You know what I will be thankful for? When this time is over, when all the sales are over. But to tie it all back into today's video topic, Mariah Carey, a famous face, a well-known face for this holiday Christmas season with her music, All I Want for Christmas Is You, did a brand collaboration with McDonald's with the Mariah Carey Menu as a spin on the 12 days of Christmas. I believe there are different menu items available different days, the ones that Mariah is known for eating. And this collaboration happened during the month of December in the year 2021. And this is just one of the many fast food collaborations that we have witnessed since 2020. And I'm pretty sure it's not stopping anytime soon. And I thought it would be a fun thing to talk about. So let's do just that. What's up, everybody? My name is Shantoria. Welcome to the video, and I pray you all are doing well. I make videos about music and entertainment, mostly about music, but if that interests you, be sure to subscribe. And even with today's video topic, majority of the celebrities that have had their own value meal, item, or drink were mostly musicians, but the person that started it all was an athlete. But I believe it's safe to say that athletes can be considered entertainers as well, especially with all the memes that go around online.
Don't do drugs. If you're doing it, stop it. Get some help.
That's right, this entire craze started with the McJordan. The trailblazer of this trend who has had the most success, especially in the 2020s, is McDonald's, who I will be focusing on for a majority of this section. However, the first introduction of the value menu was by Wendy's in October 1989. The menu had 9 items priced at a lovely 99 cents. Then I saw the image of the menu, and the $2.99, $1.99, and $3.99 sounded more realistic. Burger King released their own in 1998, and the lowest price being 99 cents as well. It was 5 years later when McDonald's released its own value menu. A value menu was considered radical for this time period, and according to Denny Lynch, people were already extreme couponing if food wasn't priced at 99 cents. McDonald's is no stranger to trying out different specialty items, so it makes sense that they would be the first brand to do the first celebrity food collaboration in 1991 with the McJordan special. Michael Jordan was approached by McDonald's in 1990 about the idea and agreed. Jordan was involved in the reimagining of the Quarter Pounder, topping it with American cheese, bacon, mustard, pickles, onions, and a new barbecue sauce specially made for the burger. It's what he likes on a burger. Tori Moore, a regional marketing manager for McDonald's, told the Chicago Tribune, "This is it. You can't call any other sandwich by his name, and you can't call this anything else." When the McJordan was released, it was not a national campaign. Much of the earlier marketing campaigns were treated as regional ones, more of loose endorsements rather than the partnerships that we see today. The new burger was test marketed in Chicago, Illinois, the base for Jordan's Chicago Bulls. After successful testing and positive feedback, the $1.89 burger went on sale at roughly 350 McDonald's locations in the Chicago area in March of 1991. The McJordan special was a hit, selling an average of 100 to 150 burgers a day at participating locations. The response was so strong that the promotion was extended from its intended end date of April through May of that same year. Later that year and into early 1992, it was also sold at 500 locations through the Carolinas, Alabama, and Tennessee. Franchisees that opted into offering the McJordan special sometimes ran promotions. In North Carolina, customers could reduce the price of the burger by 1 cent for every point Jordan scored in Friday night games. Larry Bird had the Big 33 in Boston. Biggie Smalls had the Biggie Big Bag. Wait.
Big bag. I might just eat a Big Mac.
Biggie had the Biggie Big Mac, which was more of a New York campaign. For the modern wave of the celebrity value meal that we see today, McDonald's wanted to focus on connecting with the everyday consumer by choosing partners that are known to eat at their restaurants. And they started this wave off with a big wave. Made available on September 3rd, 2020, the Travis Scott meal was a quarter pounder with cheese, lettuce, and bacon, served with a Sprite and fries with barbecue dipping sauce. The meal cost $6 and there was cross-branded merchandise. This meal resulted in large sales figures and some burger shortages. People were even pulling up into the drive-thru blasting sicko mode as a way to order the meal.
You know why I'm here.
What can I get for you?
You know what I'm here for, man.
Anything else?
Hi, can I get one with no lettuce?
I am so dead. No, you didn't.
I think you're between Dark Queen. How can I get you started?
You know what I want.
This is Dark Queen.
These poor workers and crazy people were stealing the posters off of the buildings when they were closed. The Travis Scott meal increased McDonald's revenue by $50 million, and the Wall Street Journal added $10 billion to the market cap. I got majority of my information for this section of the video from why celebrity fast food meals took off. All of the research for this video will be down in the description below. And of course, with the major success McDonald's had, we saw other fast food chains hop on the bandwagon. Many collaborations that felt like we were getting hit all the time, you know, like a kid. Like how you just can't come up from the waves, like they just keep coming when you're on the beach. Many water references right now, but you know what I'm like whenever you get hit like that. But anyways, I'm doing the most right now. I'm so sorry. I blame this drink, okay? It's full of antioxidants. But yes, there are many fast food chains that hopped on the bandwagon, but let's finish with McDonald's first. Their next collaboration was with J Balvin in October of 2020. The meal consisted of a Big Mac, medium fry with ketchup, and an Oreo McFlurry. There was merchandise sold along this campaign as well, but there were supply chain issues, so folks were refunded. Thankfully, they received a beanie and a note from J Balvin as a consolation gift, so it wasn't a total loss. The BTS meal followed in May of 2021. It was a 10-piece McNugget, medium fry with a Coke, and sea chili and Cajun dipping sauce. Sauces that were previously not available in the US, so it at least was a bit more enticing. In August of 2021, we got the Sweetie meal, a Big Mac, 4-piece chicken McNugget, medium fry, a Sprite, tangy barbecue sauce, and a sweetie and sour sauce. Why? This is just so unnecessary. Really, all of these brand collaborations had merchandise. I feel like there was so much that they could have just came out with clothing instead of having the meal. After this collaboration, there was the Mariah Carey Menu that released in December 2021, like we discussed at the beginning of this video. And last but certainly not least, the Cardi B and Offset meal that came out on February 14th, 2023. And when I tell you, I saw the commercial for this and I was like, oh my god, they're so cute. Oh my gosh, I love it. Aww. It was cute. I just really liked it. I love saying love, okay? The campaign was announced during the Super Bowl, and it was a meal for two consisting of a cheeseburger, tangy barbecue sauce, a large Coke, a quarter pounder with cheese, large high C orange, a large fry, and an apple pie. Other brands had their partnerships as well, but not all of them were meals. Some of them were just items. Justin Bieber did a collaboration with the brand Tim Horton, creating 3 new donut hole flavors, a cold brew coffee, and dual branded merch. It was released in November of 2021, and Tim Hortons saw a 10.3% rise in sales in the last quarter, when around that same time last year they saw a decline of 11%, so Justin almost made up for their losses. Megan Thee Stallion had a honey and yellow pepper sauce with Popeyes called Hottie Sauce, and the amount of merchandise that was sold alongside this dipping sauce was so funny to me. I think the funniest fast food collaboration I so happened to stumble upon was the one that I was least expecting but made so much sense. Iced tea promoting Raising Cane's iced tea. Because why promote an already well-known meal when you could promote a beverage? Though Hailey is the face of this chapter, Ariana was the first success story when it comes to celebrities collaborating with a beverage company. Well, in Haley's case, she did it with a trendy grocery store, but we're going to start with Ariana first. Before the Cloud perfume, which, by the way, smells so good. I love it. I love that perfume. I did a reaction video for that perfume, me smelling the entire Cloud line on my second channel. I also did a video on celebrity perfume, so you can go ahead and check that out if you would like to after this video on my second channel. Before the Cloud perfume, there was a Cloud Macchiato, Ariana Grande's coffee drink with Starbucks. It was made available on March 5th, 2019 in the US and Canada. The drink remained available until 2021. I wasn't able to find the records of how well the drink sold from then until its discontinuation, but I'm guessing it sold pretty well considering that it lasted for 2 years. I never tried the drink personally. I'm more of a Frappuccino kind of gal, but you all let me know down in the comments below if you have tried it and even kept drinking it up until it was discontinued. I say Haley's drink with Erewhon is the biggest launch since Ariana's drink with Starbucks, and I'm going to be real with you all. I cannot stand the name of her drink. Like, something about using words that are typically for describing sticky foods that attract ants and different types of bugs. I don't like that in reference to my skin. So I'm gonna modify the name of this drink, but I'm gonna say it once for you all so you know what drink I'm talking about. I'm so not, I'm like, but I'm gonna say the name of the drink once so you guys know what I'm talking about, but then I'm gonna say the modified version. Hailey Bieber Strawberry Skin Glaze. That's not even a good name. Okay, hold on. I can do this. Strawberry Skin Glaze Smoothie.
Here you go, dude.
Got it out. I'm not saying it anymore. That's disgusting. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Haley, but that's just gross. I'm sorry. It's just gross. But changing the topic slightly a little bit just so y'all aren't disgusted by all my gagging. Why would anybody willingly spend $18 on a smoothie? I can buy 2 Slim Trim Veggies, 32-ounce drinks, by the way, from Smoothie King for the price of 1 drink from Erewhon, and that is before and after tax. And with the amount of sugar that is in that drink, I feel like I would end up like Matt from Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends.
Mac, no!
That episode traumatized me as a kid. And I remember thinking that this kid is on more than just sugar, okay? If any kid has that type of reaction with consuming anything sweet, sugar needs to be considered a drug and that kid needs to get checked out immediately.
Go home and sleep it off, Meg.
Hailey Bieber's strawberry smoothie launched in 2022. Erewhon's executive vice president, Victor Tosi, revealed that across their 10 locations, the smoothie sells about $40,000 each month, totaling to $760,000 in monthly revenue calculated by the people who have written this article. Other celebrities that have had smoothies with Erewhon are Bella Hadid, Kendall Jenner, Whitney Harlow, Sophia Richie, Emma Chamberlain, The Kid Laroi, Shay Mitchell, and recently Olivia Rodrigo and Sabrina Carpenter. So anyone that is considered really, really pretty.
Mom, I can't believe I got detention. Don't even worry about it. You're like really pretty.
But to be honest, I feel like the 2 collaborations I feel like kind of don't make sense, or at least I'm trying to make sense of, is the one with Olivia and Sabrina Carpenter, because Olivia I feel like has been her recent collaborations, at least in the year 2024, and I think even back in maybe it's just this year, these collaborations, that they have been really connected with Gen Alpha and younger side Gen Z, like with the Stanley Cup and the Crumble Cookie collaboration. And I don't know if the earbud beats, like kids care about earbuds, like the, but at least recently with Crumble Cookie and the Stanley Cup, you would think that she would choose something that is more accessible, maybe like Jamba Juice or something, but even Sabrina Carpenter with their song Espresso, it would have made so much more sense for her to do a drink with Starbucks or Dutch Brothers, Scooters, Tim Horton. It would have made so much more sense. The drink would have been $7 maybe, better than that $18 or $20 drink. No, I think hers is $23, isn't it? Maybe they were just trying to follow a trend that was the thing to do. Erewhon is a trendy place for young people to go to feel like they're actually being healthy. And if they were really trying to chase the success of Hailey Bieber's drink, you know, going the Starbucks route would have been better. We really need to crush the idea that because you paid more that it's healthier for you, because you really could be paying for the name brand itself rather than the actual product. And I know all of this is dependent on the product itself, how it was sourced, how it's made, and how much the retailers are wanting to sell it for. I know all of this is taken into account when it comes down to the price. Even consumer demand also goes into the pricing of items. So I know it all makes sense. And all of these corporations are just capitalizing on people wanting to do better for their health because they know you are willing to spend more for your health. That's all they're capitalizing on. And like I said, with all that sugar, they ain't trying to help you, okay, honey? But I guess it's also like a fruit. Fruit has a lot of sugar, so I guess there's a give and take. And it's even more beneficial for the celebrity if they also have their own products that can be sold alongside it or be within the drink. Brands that are sold at Erewhon also have the opportunity to be ingredients within the beverage if it makes sense for them, but not just for free. And how much, we will never know because that is hidden behind a non-disclosure agreement. The celebrities earn $1 per smoothie and are encouraged to donate their earnings to charity. Erewhon will throw in another $2 per smoothie to the cause. And I find it odd that they don't promote this side to celebrities having smoothies. Though considering what I've learned about celebrity philanthropy, it wouldn't surprise me at all if they donated nothing at all. And if they did, it would be a small portion. Hailey Bieber's smoothie is now a permanent menu item on Erewhon's Smoothie Menu until it gets discontinued, like Ariana Grande's smoothie with Starbucks. Honestly, if it lasts longer than the 2 years Ariana's did at Starbucks, then I will be very surprised. And if someone else buys the smoothie for me, then I will try it because clearly the product is good if it lasts longer than the contractual agreement. But in conclusion, I feel like the best thing that came from this phenomena is Lotto and Christina Aguilera's menu log ad and learning that I need an official collaboration from them. Like, come on, it was so good. The song was so good and they blended so well. Bro, I hope it happens. I hope it really happens. But let me know down in the comments below what celebrity value meal, drink, or item you have tried. And don't just say iced tea from Raising Cane's because that does not count. But maybe the guy from Law and Order made it taste a little bit better. So I won't judge. And I've never tried any celebrity value meals or items or drink myself. I don't think I've ever been motivated by a celebrity to try anything food wise because really I don't really trust them per se when it comes down to food or drinks because they have dietitians and personal chefs, so they don't really have to think too hard about it like how we do. But I mean there's this one time though that I almost did, and it was Kevin Hart's Heart House in California. I went there with my mom last year for my birthday, and we were so excited to try it way beforehand, but for some reason when we got there, we just couldn't do it. It's something about, like, we looked at the menu and it just did not look like it would taste good. So we went somewhere else. And honestly, y'all, if you had Project Pollo, which is a restaurant, a vegan chicken restaurant that originated in San Antonio, and it had a few locations in Dallas and Houston, and unfortunately they shut down, and I think it's because of the pandemic that kind of got to them, but it was so good. And if you see any of the images of their food, you will understand why I was hesitant on trying Kevin Hart's food, Heart House food, because it didn't look like it was gonna hit like Project Pollo. But the founder of Project Pollo went on Shark Tank at the same time when Kevin Hart was guest starring. Coincidence?
I think not.
But anyways, enough of my ranting. I pray you all have a blessed holiday season. If you're watching this during this time, have a blessed rest of your day and an awesome rest of your week. Peace out.